and again were the Hebrew Israelites. As I said, we're the Hebrew Israelites, and I'm out here through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Wake up, you people of Negro and Indian descent, you people on this sign right here. You make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and I'm out here for y'all, all right? And to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, right? In the scriptures, it's going to be destroyed in the Third World's nuclear war. Thus saith the Lord, all right? America is Babylon the Great according to the scriptures, and he's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth during the Third World's nuclear war, all right? All right? I'm going to get into Daniel, the 7th chapter, all right? I'm going to get into Daniel, the 7th. Before I do that, all right, what Nebuchadnezzar saw in that image he saw in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, all right, that head of gold, right, the chest and arms of silver, right, the belly and thighs of brass and the leg of iron. It is the same thing Daniel saw in his vision. All right, it is the same thing he saw, he saw, only thing it was expounded unto him differently. So let's get into that. Daniel 7 verse 2 says, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea, and four beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another. Let's jump to verse 17. It says, these great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. All right. So the four beasts that Daniel saw are four kings that are going to have their rulership upon the earth. All right. It says, I'm going to read verse 3 again. And the four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. Verse 4. The first was like a lion and had eagle wings. The first was like a lion and had eagle wings. This is what Nebuchadnezzar saw at the head of gold, right? This is Babylon. That's talking about Babylon, all right? And I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said, thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. The second beast, right, which Daniel saw is the Medo-Persian Empire, and that is in Nebuchadnezzar's dream. That is the chest and arms of silver. All right, the chest and arms of silver. Daniel saw it as a bear. All right, and it says, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it. Those 3 ribs are three kingdoms who they took down. All right, that is Lydians, the Babylonians, and the Egyptians. Those are the 3 kingdoms they took down, right? The Lydians, the Babylonians, and the Egyptians. All right, verse 6. After this, I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. This leopard, right, is Alexander the Greek, right? Alexander the Greek. This is Greece right here. All right. Nebuchadnezzar dream. It's power was given unto it. The 4 heads, all right, and I mean the 4 wings, or his 4 generals, right? That's Alexander's 4 generals. This is Lysimachus, Cassander, Seleucus, and Ptolemy. Those are the 4 generals, all right? Lysimachus, Cassander, Seleucus, and Ptolemy, all right? Verse 7. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. All right, this beast right here is Rome. It Nebuchadnezzar's dream, right? It is the leg of iron, right? It is the leg of iron. Now this same beast right here, right? It is Rome. Daniel saw it, as it says, I saw in the night vision, and behold, the 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. All right, this right here is talking about Rome. All right, this is the Roman Empire. Understand? And Rome, everybody know, had a mighty army. A mighty army. Understand? Rome had a mighty army. And it stamped in pieces. It devoured all nations, man. Rome devoured all nations. Matter of fact, it even devoured us in 70 AD. Right? It even devoured God's chosen, the Hebrew Israelites. It devoured us in 70 AD, man. Understand? So Rome had a fierce army. Understand? But it also says right here that it was diverse from all these that was before it. So how was Rome, right? How was Rome diverse from all these that was before it? Let's get Maccabees. So this is the part I want to stay on right here. We're going to stay on this 4th beast. All right? We're going to stay on this 4th beast. And it says this 4th beast was diverse from all beasts that was before it. All right? Let's find out how Rome was diverse from all beasts that was before it. This is on 1 Maccabees 8. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that join themselves unto them, and make a league of enmity with all that came unto them, and that they were men of great valor. And it was told them also of their wars and noble acts which they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute, and what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines and of the silver and gold which is there, and that by their policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it was very far from them, and the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth, till they had discomfited them and given them a great overthrow, so that the rest did give tribute every year. This is showing you the might of Rome, right? How they took down all nations, man. Right? How they beat all of them, as it says in Daniel the 7th chapter, man. It had iron teeth and it stomped, right? And it stomped all over these nations, man. All right? Let's jump to verse 14. It says, yet for all this, none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people to the end they might be well ordered. But this is telling you how they were diverse. Right here it told you that ancient Rome, they set up a Senate house. Right? All the kingdoms before, all the nations before, they had kings. They had kings ruling over them. Right? And if that king died, if he have a son, his son will sit on the throne in his stead. Understand? This one right here said, nah, they set up a Senate house. They didn't wear purple. They had no kings over them. All right? Let's see what they did. Verse 60. And that they committed their government to one man every year who ruled over all their country, and that were obedient to that one, and that was neither envy nor emulated among them. Meaning they would vote. They would vote in a new man to rule over them every year. Understand? They set up a Senate house, right, and would have men vote and to rule over who's going to rule over them every year. Do all this sound familiar? A Senate house, right, and voting a ruler over you? Do that sound familiar? That's why I'm harping on this fourth beast. All right? Let's move on now.